Welcome along to the channel. This time we're looking at air conditioning top-up, sealing and having a look at the overall system and also being safe about it as well. So let's take a look. Welcome along. Now, first of all, the intro is a little bit of a joke, but you do have to be careful when you're working with aircon top-up systems. You do want to be wearing gloves and have something on your eyes, and if possible, no exposed skin nearby, because this stuff does freeze quickly. That's the whole point of it. So do be careful. Do not follow my video as safety advice. Follow manufacturer's safety advice, and all the proper information and things are out there. This is not a video on how to do it safely or anything like that. I'm going to be following my own safety instructions and my own guide, but you need to do it your way. And with that out of the way, what do we get in the kit? Well, we get this, which is the R134a refrigerant, which is what we need for our car. And you also get this, which attaches to the low pressure side of the air conditioning unit. It has this gauge on it as well, and then also this little tap, which is what attaches to the bottle. It pierces the lid and allows you to add refrigerant. Now, the first thing that I want to find out is what pressure the car says, because we think we've got a leak on our Nissan Juke, and that's why the air conditioning is not working. So we may not even get to use this depending on what the gauge gives us. So let's go and have a look, find the ports, and we'll see what the car's showing at the moment. Before ordering the kit, you also want to do this. You want to look for the identification sticker, which tells you the type of refrigerant and also the capacity. I'll show you a picture of mine here just so you know, but generally it's attached to the bonnet somewhere so you can find it. What we do is identify the charge port, which is the low pressure. Now, on our Nissan Juke, you can see down here we have two pipes, larger pipe and smaller, thinner pipe. The smaller, thinner pipe is the high pressure pipe. That's not the one that we want. It's also got the larger valve fitting. This one has the smaller one, which is the one that fits our recharge kit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my gloves and my glasses back on again. I'm going to close the valve off on the kit. We're going to plug it in, and we'll see what the pressure reading shows, and that'll give us an idea whether we've got any pressure in the system at all. This is just a push clip fit, so do that, lift it, push it down. That should have fitted on now. And the gauge is reading 0. Now, assuming that's gone on properly, which it seems to have done, that would suggest we've got 0 pressure in our system, which would certainly explain why the aircon completely doesn't work on this car. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing on my Volvo XC60 as a comparison, because we know the aircon over there works and I want to do a comparison. So let's take that valve back off, put the dust cover back on again, and let's go and have a look on my Volvo. On the Volvo XC60 it's a little bit trickier. That there is our high pressure charge port. Our low pressure is just under here. So what you need to do, take off these little plastic clips. These are the ones that you lift the top off like this, which releases them. You'll probably snap a few, but I've removed 3, and hopefully that's going to give me enough to be able to take a look under. Well, I can see the port there, so actually I think undo that one and we should get enough access. There it is. So there's our port. I want to undo the cap to it. Which I've noticed all the caps to these are really tight. So I'm going to get a spanner on that and undo it. There we go. We're getting a reading. And the reading on this one is actually showing in the red and showing low, which actually makes sense because this car has, the aircon has been starting to dip out. So this one is actually worth a recharge. Let me take you in for a closer look so you can see. There's the valve fitting there. There is our gauge there. So what I'm going to do is, I don't have the can on at the minute, that valve is closed. I'm going to take it back off, fit the valve as it should do, because that'll pierce it, and then we can recharge this car. Now what you have to do with these cans is you have to open the valve all the way, because that removes the little pin. You can then screw this on. Not sure if it's reverse thread. No, it's normal thread. Get that on nice and tight. And then what I do is I tighten it up, which will pierce it but also close it. Okay. And that's it. All ready to go, ready to recharge. Going to reattach it onto the car. And making sure that it's got a nice seal. That's on nice and tight. There's no leak. Nope. And we're showing still in the red on the gauge. Now, various instructions I've read, some of them say to do this with the engine running and the aircon on, some say off. I'm going to start it up, switch the aircon on, we then tip the can upside down, add the gas, and that should improve our cooling. So I'm going to do that now. I've now done that, turned the engine back off, and you can see it has moved down into the yellow section, which still means it needs more, but I don't think it's actually putting any more in. So I think that's about as far as this kit is going to go. It does feel cold, so it does feel like it's been doing it. So I'm going to take the pressure fitting off, put this back together on my XC60, and let's go back over to the Juke. Since the system's got no gas in at all, it suggests a leak, and the most likely one, I would have thought, would be this, which is the condenser. And as you can see, the AC condenser sits right at the front, and also isn't protected by any sort of mesh or guard or anything like that. So the chances are, I would say, that that has received a stone or something and caused a leak. Now trying to find that is going to be fairly tricky, I would have thought. Nothing obvious. I mean, you can see how flimsy it is, and you can see the amount of stuff that's in it. And I think that is probably our most likely candidate. And unfortunately, that's a bit of a big problem to solve. And unfortunately, that's about as far as I'm going to get with this video, because trying to find where that leak in the AC system is going to prove fairly tricky. I'm going to have to look into how to test that, because I know that there are some dyes you can inject and use UV to detect. The trouble is, as well, not having a garage to put it in, to see it in the dark. Obviously it's summer here in the UK, so it's really bright. Also, there's no obvious leaks in that system, so I don't want to just get it recharged, because it'll all just leak back out again. So for now, that's all I'm going to do. At least you've seen how that aircon refill kit works. Whether it works for you or not, I'm not sure. I'm not convinced it's really done much to my Volvo XC60. Whether it takes another run and drive to check whether that's running really cold or not, I'm not sure. But at least there you've had a bit of an idea on what to do, and also to work out whether your AC system is broken or not. Pop a comment down the bottom if you've got any suggestions. Would love to hear from you, and I'll see you in the next video.